This video was tagged onto the back of a bit of a family holiday, and obviously because it's a British family holiday it was all done by the seaside. And you can tell I'm on holiday because I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. And naturally, me being me, along with the bucket and spade, I sneaked in my painting kit and video camera. So where are we then? Well, we happen to be on the south coast of Cornwall in the rather fine village of Polperro. And take a look at that view there. It's magnificent, isn't it? And in all honesty, who wouldn't sneak their paints along? And I was really looking forward to painting all that lovely light and bobbing boats. More about that later. I say later because before I start the painting, let's have a quick look round. Obviously, Polperro is an ancient fishing village, and as far as I can make out goes right back to the 12th century, and running right through the middle is this, the River Pol. It still is a fishing village, though most of its money is made from tourism these days and people like me, and in these packed tiny streets it's sort of got everything you need, even a model village. Okay, cracking on with the painting. Do you remember when I talked about those lovely bobbing boats and lights? Well, when it came to doing the painting, I was sort of left with this. And one annoying thing about Polperro is a thing called the tide, and it was out. Nevertheless, ever the professional, I decided to get on with it anyway, and in the company of some rather belligerent seagulls, I got to work. And, like most of these things, once I got into the swing of it, I sort of forgot about the water and decided to make the most of the mud. On the opposite side of the harbour, I noticed plenty of tourists enjoying themselves. And I've said this before in a video, that often in a job like this, you can often be more of an observer than a joiner in. On this trip, I'm pleased to say, there'll be plenty of joining in later, because the pub opposite me, the Blue Peter Inn, never seems to run out of fish, chips or beer. And even if they do, you can just pop along to the ship inn to get a bit of a top up. Anyway, back to the painting. I noticed the hill opposite is quite precipitous, which I've exaggerated in the final piece. This is something I often do. And here's a shot of me from the other side of the harbour, and if you're wondering who's doing this camera work, it's my mum, and it's on her 80th birthday weekend. Yes, I've co-opted my own mother as assistant camera pensioner, which only goes to show you're never too old to learn something new. Well, for the most part anyway. And here I'm applying a bit of colour. Now I've got to be honest with you now, this is the last part of the painting that I filmed because my octogenarian assistant ran off with my camera. And to be fair, it is a holiday and the Blue Peter Inn is open. So I think I'll just leave it there with a final view of my finished painting. That's all from me for now. Many thanks for watching.